I want to go back to the three ways to scale. You mentioned people, process, and technology. So going back to the people part, I know bringing a lot of people, yeah, a relative certain amount of time can be challenging in terms of culture alignment. So what are the tips and insights you can share with our audience that typical challenges and ways people can handle those challenges when they bring a lot of people in a certain amount of time?
Yeah, I'm glad we're talking about people because people, that's the foundation for anything that we do. I believe pretty strongly in making sure that people are set up to do their best work. And actually, it starts all the way from recruiting when you first talk to candidates, but especially when they start. How do you make sure that people are set up for success? And I think it's a slightly different experience um, for depending on sort of the experience that you come with, right? As a new grad, you're trying to figure out kind of, hey, what is this real world going to be like? And then you have people that come from other companies that come with all these expectations, right? Oh, we use this language, programming language here, and we use this technology here. So how do you help them really understand what it means to be an engineer at Robinhood? And then you have the really senior leaders that are brought in to solve a specific problem. And I think it's very important that as an organization, we set them up for success, right? It really, uh, helping a leader be successful, I think it's a very, very important sort of process to think through. And it's not as simple as like, oh, you're going to come in, like meet a few of these people and great, it's all going to work amazingly well.
Yeah, success mean very different things for individuals differently.
Can we double click on the bringing in more senior engineering leaders and helping set them up for success a little bit? Are there any practices or structural things or I guess frameworks that are helpful when you're bringing in more senior leaders who are coming in to solve that specific problem? How do you set them up for success?
Yeah, there's a couple of things that I've done. So one is actually for each of my leaders that have come in, we have an onboarding document, which is actually pretty detailed. A number of people have told me like, oh, we haven't actually seen such a detailed document, but for everything from learning about the organization and their team to the people they should meet, to expectations, like what are their 30, 60-day expectations. Um, I think that just helps as a foundation for them, and that has been helpful. Another thing that I do is at around the 90-day mark, 90 about 90 days, let's say 3 to 4 months, actually collecting some feedback for them. And I've found this to also be very, very valuable because you do want to give leaders some time to land, but what's important is that you get that early pulse on what are people seeing and feeling. And the reason for this is people will come from all sorts of companies, right? And sometimes it can be that the way you communicate within your company is just different, right? The tools that you use, the cadence that's expected, how you engage with other leaders, how you communicate what your team is doing, everything can just, it requires some calibration. And I think that as much as they can hear sort of how they are landing, I found it to help them a lot. And honestly, all of my leaders have really appreciated getting that picture.